Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement as we are about to embark on episode 2 of Queen Charlotte, streaming now on Netflix, and it's the morning after. The king's hiding something in Key. I would not be surprised if it's another woman, because why would it not be another woman? But I guess we'll find out. Question. Charlotte is questioning her choices because the charming king wasn't as charming as he appeared to be, and I would like to know why Charlotte, of all the women they had in their disposal, why was Charlotte chosen to be George's wife? I'm thinking we're finding out soon. Hopefully we find out sooner rather than later, but I'm ready to get to it, and I know you want me to get to it as well, so please remember, full episode watch along is available on Patreon. I'd like to see you there. And while you're here, I guess you can hit like and subscribe while we grab our big cozy blankets. And I have some water here on standby. I hope you have your favorite beverages as well. And let's get to it. Did she sleep in bed or on the floor? How long has the staff been awake? Obviously much. Well, I don't think she slept much, however. Oh, is this just the get ready for the day robe? How long would it take her to get ready for the day?
What is in my engagement diary for the engagement diary?
Your Majesty, there is nothing in your engagement diary.
Why not?
There is nothing in my engagement diary.
No, Your Majesty.
Why?
You are currently enjoying the privacy of the first days of marriage, Your Majesty.
Without a husband.
This is my honeymoon.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Without her husband.
Parliament is calling it the Great Experiment.
Well, it is a great experiment, giving out titles to people who look like our new queen.
The point
She is lucky.
she is, that is not the question.
Oh, what is the question?
Yes, what is the question?
In my day, there were 7 people in the bedchamber on my wedding night to witness. Now it is the thing to give the couple privacy, which would not be an issue ordinarily, I suppose. And we know that Georgie, the king, can be
What?
absolutely perfect. It is just that he has his own mind.
Very independent.
A most original thinker.
I don't think you like original thinkers.
One usually takes on one's wedding night have not been taken. That would hurt the Great Experiment.
What is the great experiment?
Has he done the deed or not?
No, he's been in a completely different side of town. She's just taking tea, like anybody else would take tea, but alone, on her honeymoon, still alone. And the day is over. And the day is over. They dressed her all up just to walk around the house. Wow. Wow? Was that what they did? Nope. Where's she going? Where's she going? I want that Tower Macrons. I want the Tower Macrons. And they dressed her up for dinner by herself. What is this mind fuck? Dressed her up for dinner by herself. Wow. And that's gonna be her life for the foreseeable future. Did they know that was the one she was looking at? How many gowns does she have? How many gowns would they have had? I don't think they would have had 2 for every day. in perpetuity.
The passage of time does not always reap benefits, and perhaps good.
Oh, it's the old house. Like, I was wondering what happened with Lady Danbury.
No,
She is a delightful person.
she is an actress. Break it off and find a suitable woman.
There are already children.
Shame on you.
Oh, wait, the actress already has children with him?
Frederick, what about your wife?
I have not seen her in 20 years.
If I were married to you, I would flee the country as well.
Your father and I have provided Great Britain with a great bloodline. It will not end with your generation.
Because they were the great experiment. I'm questioning whether, like, she went from someone who seemed to be rather independent-ish in her desires to be her own person. And how did she change to, like, toe the line? Do your duty.
We are going to see my husband.
Yeah, about time. So how did they call ahead? The Queen's coming. They didn't call ahead. They sent a writer out ahead of time. He's the King's servant man.
Would you like to step indoors while we wait to find out?
That is very kind and generous of you to offer. I'm always jealous that the King's man has far better quarters than the Queen's man.
I am more important than you.
We saw this one coming. Now what if Charlotte turned around and said, "Can't find him, let's go, Brimsley."
She could have seduced him.
She is a lady, pure and well-bred.
Unlike me.
Something wrong with his bitch?
That is beyond the pale.
I am asking.
Now look at Brimsley take charge.
You suppose they'll spend 15 minutes together now?
Oh, let us hope for 20.
Could be two. Could be two.
What is this place?
Charlotte! Hello, here you are.
Lo, here you are.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Well, there must be something wrong with me.
Do not become unreasonable.
George, I thought you were visiting a brothel.
And why shouldn't she have thought that?
I'm saying that it might be better if you were visiting a brothel. I would understand it more. While I have been stuck in that stuffy house, being changed like a doll 3 times a day with nowhere to go, no one to talk to, and nothing to do.
You're the Queen. Come now, Charlotte.
George!
I do not understand what you complain about.
Why marry her if you didn't give her the expectations of your relationship?
I am 7 and 10 years old, and suddenly I am queen. You do not understand because this is who you were born to be. I cannot make friends. I must hold myself apart. I'm completely alone, and you prefer the sky to me. George!
What?
Say something! Fight with me. Fight for me.
Go home, Charlotte.
And do what? Unfortunately, you need to give her direction because in this time period, that was your job. And that was not 20 minutes. So how the hell does she get 15 kids out of him? I guess this is what this series is about, however.
Together. He is smitten with her beauty.
Really? King George is smitten.
Went a little bit too far.
A great deal of talking and walking.
Laughter. There is laughter. It warms the heart to witness.
Scale it back, scale it back, scale it back.
So it is a successful honeymoon.
You agree it is successful, do you not, Brimsley?
Most successful.
Yes.
Does the king know what danger he's putting his other people in? By... not that you should force one's self onto oneself. Speaking of, however, again, this is a different time.
And now tea time. I was having tea, Coral. Oh, do we know what brought it on? He went to White's in Mayfair for the first time.
Oh.
They refused to allow him in.
Oh.
My husband is determined to make these people accept it. What if he puts another one of his gigantic babies inside me?
How many babies does she have? So what are you going to do, Brimsley?
I will suggest some sort of gesture.
And George doesn't know his mother's been asking how the honeymoon is going. And he hasn't gotten back to the Dowager Princess that her son has not left his house on the other side of town.
Orange.
I can pick my own orange, Brimsley.
Yes, Your Majesty. Orange.
Ah! And what are these three ladies there for? Because they're not her ladies in waiting. So what are they there for?
The king has sent you a gift. It is waiting in the foyer.
We gave her a house. Not enough. Not enough, I say. The dog, or a cat, or a pony. It's a dog.
What is that?
It's your gift.
Dogs are big and majestic. A pincer, a shepherd, a schnauzer, a dane.
All German dogs.
That is...
English. Oh, she gonna name it George?
Your Majesty is on her honeymoon. You cannot...
I can, and I will. You shall not tell me what I'm allowed to do.
Your Majesty, I am the one person who will never tell you what you are allowed to do.
Oh, you do all the time.
I will, however, always tell you how best to do the things you are not allowed to do. It would be unwise for Your Majesty to meet with all of them. One would want to be discreet.
Would one trust Lady Danbury?
How well does Brimsley know Lady Danbury?
How was the tea?
The tea is good, Your Majesty.
So how much older is Lady Danbury than Charlotte? I don't remember Lady Danbury's first name. Is it Agatha?
Brimsley said you would be the most discreet because I am on my honeymoon. Which is going wonderfully, by the way.
First, you are a terrible liar. On my wedding night, I did not know what to expect. He was old and impatient. It was all right if your wedding night was not perfect or splendid. You did have a wedding night? Your Majesty, Charlotte, if you did not consummate the marriage, you are not actually married to the king.
Ooh.
Your whole position is in danger. Great experiment is in danger.
A great experiment, she knows.
You do know what I mean when I say consummate. Perform the marital act.
She doesn't know what it is.
Let us send for Brimsley.
Why?
We will require drawing paper and charcoals.
Oh. Oh, poor thing. Oh, they threw her in with the wool. Oh, my goodness.
How many times does he insert it?
As many times as necessary.
Will I enjoy it?
I never have. But I do not believe I have ever thought of it as something to enjoy.
Wow.
This is important. You are the first of your kind. You must secure your position.
Yes, but this is not my failing.
Also true. So how does she secure her position?
And maybe that is a good thing, if I'm not queen, if we are not married.
She can go.
Then maybe we can forget all about this and I can go home.
What if she presented him with that idea?
Your deformed bunny. A very rare and purebred Pomeranian.
And if they're not even in the same house, how does she do it?
They would not let him join the hunt. They would not let him join the hunt.
She needs to get her husband a hobby.
I thought I would call upon an expert.
Oh.
Expert. You have a
Oh.
great many children. You have had 2 weddings in 2 years. How do you do it?
Not, it was nothing to do with me.
It helps if they are in love. Love? Yes, love solves a plethora of issues. They are in love with commoners. They are in love with Catholics, and they are in love with actresses. And they are in
put
love
out.
with women who are already married.
Ah.
Love is not the issue. Love has produced over 50 illegitimate babies for the crown.
50!
Lady Danbury also has many children. Perhaps she can advise.
Good deflection.
4 children have done me the honor
Deflection.
of moving many continents away. Marriage is a duty, not a pleasure.
But it does not have to start out as love. It can grow. Love can bloom from the thorniest of gardens.
Do we need a Lady Danbury love story? I think we do.
I shall simply find them wives myself, order them to marry, and they can worry about the love part later, after there are royal babies.
I'm surprised she hasn't tried that.
Thank you.
Now you may go.
You are welcome, Your Majesty.
I am surprised she hasn't tried that track before.
He will be getting up soon.
Oh, well, your gesture has short legs. What did you want anyway?
Did you allow her to have a visitor? Palace already knows she was there.
Well, sir, perhaps it is time you leveled with me. What is wrong with your man?
You worry about your own side of the world.
Then why question him?
What does the Dowager Princess want with you?
I do not know.
You are no one.
I am no one.
So why should she want to see you?
Oh, he is jealous.
You had tea?
Yes.
And?
I met her puppy.
Puppy.
What did you speak to Her Majesty about?
The Pomeranian.
And if we are bold, the latest musical compositions.
I do not think the girl knows.
She knows. Agatha.
It is Agatha.
What was this tea about, girl?
Girl.
You are being purposely obstructive, Agatha, and I will not have it. Excuse me?
Lady Danbury. She pulled the title.
Lady Danbury.
She pulled the title.
That is my title. The one you were kind enough to bestow upon me. And I do remember one thing about this tea, was when I understood our new queen had not yet realized that our titles are shiny and new. Is that not an interesting topic for an upcoming tea?
Perhaps we should speak in a womanly way.
Ooh.
Let me handle her for you.
Let me handle her. Handle her. Oh. Oh, Agatha, you are thrown down. There's still a man there.
I need to know what is going on at Buckingham House.
Don't ask her to be a spy.
Need a trusted ear.
Don't ask her to be a spy.
Traditionally, when a title is bestowed, it comes with income and land and estate.
Oh.
We all have needs, Mom.
Oh, look at you go.
We have more money than most of the ton. What I need is for my husband to not be denied entry to White's. I need to be able to cross the street to the best modiste to take the finest seats at the opera.
That is grasping.
Assume the reason you need that is so that Lord Bute believes you have the situation in hand. Because if you do not, the House of Lords will be at your door.
Look at you go.
We can be grateful to one another.
And you're selling out Charlotte. Oh. Why is he there?
Hello?
Is it all right if I join you for a meal this evening?
A meal.
Charlotte, where are you going? Charlotte, if you'll just give me a chance. Charlotte, stop walking this instant!
She's supposed to be grateful for the crumb you've thrown her way?
I realize you have no reason to like me. Allow me to show you where my mind has been. Might make you hate me a little bit less.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. But that's me. He took her back to Q.
That is Venus.
Venus? The planet Venus. I am staring at Venus.
You are. Can give us a single moment to take precise measurements, and we shall know the distance from the Earth to the Sun.
Who figured that out?
In this world we live in, where I'm given so much power and attention, it is good to remember I'm a bit of dust on a small dot in the universe. Keeps one humble.
I have thoughts about other things.
My world has been made to revolve around me. It has made me selfish.
I don't think that changes as he gets older.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, well, I do not forgive you. Yet.
Yet. Yet is good. Yet is hope.
Perhaps.
Still not impressed.
We could start over. Try again.
What has made him change his mind?
Does this mean you were coming home to Buckingham House?
I am coming home to Buckingham House.
Is he for the night? By the flip. Something's amiss. I'm suspicious because I have trust issues. Oh, he's got his things. Why?
We may not travel together.
Rules to protect succession. Right after the wedding, there was no possibility that you might be carrying the next king.
There is no possibility now.
Now the world doesn't know that.
They do not know that. And after tonight, there will be. I shall see you soon.
Is he gonna show up? And they're all dressing her as if this is gonna happen and all these people will know. And she goes to him. Interesting. Okay. That is how this is working. And they're at their post now.
You are breathtaking.
Can he still see suspicion? I cannot leave it alone. I think the difference for me is like with the first 2 seasons of Bridgerton, by the time we got to them, they had earned it. They had gone through some trials and tribulations and earned it. He hasn't earned it, and he caused all the trials and tribulations. So that's why we got the frowny face.
Do you know what happens on a wedding night?
I know everything. I have seen drawings and a detailed explanation of sort. I do not like the part where my head hits the wall over and over again. Is there a way to avoid that?
He hasn't earned it. Still hasn't earned it. And he's gone. She called for the Danburys, or the Danburys are just arriving someplace.
This is ours?
And this house was just sitting out there, empty.
Do you know how this happened?
I have no idea.
I will tell you how this happened.
He's gonna take credit.
The king sees me for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
My worth. He understands that the old days are over. And that this is a new world.
Is it already furnished? Is it dilapidated?
If he has gone out for a ride or a walk, we shall hold breakfast.
I think he went back to Q.
Politics.
Do not make me ask the question.
I am not making you ask.
The
You
crown...
told me I had to wed for the crown. I did. You told me I could not let her know me because I must protect the secrets of the crown. I have not. You told me to bed her. I have done so. I understand. I am the picture of duty. You do not need to explain it to me, Mother. It is me!
I shall have my breakfast now.
Mm-hmm. You are a vessel, Pumpkin. You're just a vessel. And now she's got a bajillion Pomeranians.
The Queen is at breakfast in the dining room. If you would like to join her, Shall I send for the doctor, Your Majesty?
No. Yes. Get him here. Charlotte.
She will never know of it.
Is this a medical condition or a panic attack? He still hasn't earned it. I can't go, oh, this was sweet and sexy and charming, their marital night, because he hadn't earned her affection. So she's just doing her duty as a vessel. Was he charming about it and made it lovely? Yes, absolutely. But he doesn't get my stamp of approval. So the funny thing, this is King George. It's not really King George, it's King George. So when he's going on about how, you know, he spends his days in the observatory doing pretty much kind of what he wants. And yet there's people out and about fighting battles and colonizing territories in his name. Yes, I think about these things. That's what goes through my head. And can I forget enough about it to just enjoy a story that is history adjacent, I guess you can say? I don't know, but he has not earned me wanting Charlotte to be with him. And also the fact that we know she's not with him at the end. He is sick somehow. And it appears as if her children just don't give a shit. What happened? What happened? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going, what is happening? Who am I like to root for when I see a movie, a story, read a book, see a play? I like to root for somebody. Usually it's the protagonist. And I'm rooting for Charlotte. But I know where Charlotte ends up. So I don't know what I'm rooting for her. Yeah, that's where I'm lost. And there I am. Ta-da! Episode 2, Queen Charlotte. Am I making any sense? Please let me know. Please let me know if I'm making any sense. I would love to hear your ideas and thoughts about this. So yeah, but in the meantime, also as well, please take care of yourself. Eat some lovely fruit. The fruit she had for breakfast, her breakfast, lunch, and dinners. Oh, the Tower of Macrons. Lovely. So indulge in something sweet. Take care of yourself, stretch your bodies, and then come back and see the next video in the queue. So thanks again, y'all. And until next time.